Our organization, Dayton's Bluff Neighborhood Housing Services, was started in 1980. At that time, the entity that's our sponsor nationally was called Neighborhood Reinvestment. They would come into different cities and help neighborhoods that were interested in doing something about their housing, work with the city and private sector to develop organizations like ours to work in neighborhoods that had a lot of home rehabilitation needs. So we originally started as a home improvement lender along with technical assistance to the homeowners. We continue to do that, all on the east side of St. Paul. So over the last few years, we've acquired 11 properties, but some of them here are on 4th Street, and there's a couple along Bates, and hopefully we'll soon be able to start working on them. The hope is to have a transformative effect, so you need to kind of have a critical mass. You can see some of the folks that live here maintain their houses, and then you see a lot of this other stuff that's not looking too good. We have programs to help people buy a house just on the open market, and we'll do an inspection for them, and we have some financing products that help them buy. So it took a while to get all these houses because, of course, different banks had them from all over the world, basically. It's a very painstaking process, particularly now that the cities don't have eminent domain powers. We're working through this program called First Look, which is a national program through the National Community Stabilization Trust. They send us their properties that they've had to foreclose on as soon as they come out of redemption. Every day we get properties to look at in targeted zip codes, and we work closely with the city and buying properties in these targeted areas. And since last October, we've bought 62 properties. Right now we've got 18 properties under renovation ourselves. One of the things we've always tried to do is keep the housing stock around the elementary school in tip-top shape. This is Dayton's Bluff Achievement Plus School. And a few years back, it was actually the achievements was the fastest increasing in the whole state of Minnesota. So down on the next block is a project we did, and it's called Homes for Learning. And the whole idea was to have quality rental housing close to the school. Probably half of the vacant properties in the city are on the east side, and there's literally thousands of them. The thing that's probably been the biggest help is the city ordinances that were passed dealing with vacant houses having to be renovated to certain standards. Stuff we've been doing around vacant houses is buying in targeted areas. It takes a lot of effort because you're dealing with individual parcels. We started building these brownstones on Sweet Hollow Park. It consists of 24 units. I think we finished the first building in '03 and then these last two in '05. So over the years there have been houses on this side of the street, and a number of them had been torn down. There were a few left that were really blighted. So we worked with the city and we bought the last 3 of them. So I got one more spot I'm going to show you where we cleaned up an old street sweeping dump and 9 acres of polluted land. This is the best housing site in the city. Look at it. We spent a lot of time and money cleaning this up. Yeah, there's a deer. So this site here was where the street sweepings were. And then what we did here is this is capped off with 5 feet of clean soil. And that's all you can do with it. It's just going to sit like that forever, But all the rest of this is all what we've created for housing with green space. So what we've been doing here in this downturn is plucking away at some of these houses that have come up vacant. We take a long time. We have projects that we've been working on for over 10 years.